President Trump just backed Elon Musk again, told Jerome Powell to wake up and smell the coffee, and floated a $5,000 bonus for moms. And the left, instant meltdown. If you're done with the media spin and tired of common sense being called controversial, you're in the right spot. Drop a comment in the section below. Let them know that real people are still paying attention and let your voice be heard. That's part of the reason that we built this community. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications because every click lets us cut through the noise. Let's get to it. Hurry up. In this first excerpt, Trump praises Elon Musk.
I can't speak more highly about any individual. He's an incredible guy. He's a brilliant guy. He's a wonderful person. I've seen him with his family. I've seen him with a lot of his children. He's got a lot of children. He treats them good. He loves his children. But he's a brilliant guy, and he was a tremendous help, both in the campaign and in what he's done with Doge. And we're talking about almost $200 billion and rising fast, because many of the things that we were looking at are now being found out to be fact. It's terrible. I mean, the fraud, the waste, the abuse, everything that's happened is just terrible. So I also know that he was treated very unfairly by I guess you'd call it the public, by some of the public, not by all of it. But he makes an incredible car, everything he does is good. But they took it out on Tesla. And I just thought it was so unfair because he's trying to help the country. But he has helped the country. I also want him to make sure that he's going to be in great shape. And I know he is. I mean, he's going to do great.
Elon Musk gets the Trump stamp and the media panics. This ain't about profits. This is about politics. They're more upset that Elon Musk helped Trump than they are about Tesla's earnings. In this next clip, the media weaponizes Tesla's dip.
Ultimately, one company that has reported their earnings, first quarter earnings, yesterday was Tesla. And Tesla, the stock is now up, but yesterday their net income was announced. It's down 71%. And Elon Musk even said he admitted that Tesla faced a lot of blowback from his ties to Donald Trump. And now he's talking, and we're going to play a little snippet of it. He says, you know what, maybe I better go back to the car company because they need me.
They're acting like Elon went bankrupt. Let me tell you, people, Tesla is still dominant. This was just political payback. Step out of line, and the media hits that panic button. In this next clip, Elon Musk shifts his focus back to Tesla.
Starting probably in next month, May, my time allocation to Doge will drop significantly. So I think I'll continue to spend, a day or two per week on government matters for as long as the president would like me to do so, and as long as it is useful. But starting next month, I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla. And now that the major work with establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is...
This is another climb down.
So politically, if he's out of the picture, is that better for Democrats? Is it better for the arguments in favor of monitoring the waste or abuse?
I actually think it's better for the American people. Whether it's better for Democrats or better for Republicans, I can't tell you. I just think actually having someone who knows nothing about the government, who is a wrecking ball, and then is basically firing and rehiring people and creating a lot of chaos.
Or you can't find one elected Democrat in this city who's trying to help Donald Trump cut waste, fraud, and abuse because they want to keep it.
That's not true.
There
was a bipartisan committee. That's not true. There's a bunch of members on a bipartisan committee.
I would also I would caution on, even if Elon steps away officially from his special government employee status.
I love the air quotes. You don't believe it at all. Go ahead.
Well, the White House has said that they expect Doge work to continue, too. So even if he's not there officially, I mean, top White House officials have said that they're going to continue to talk to him, seek advice from him.
Headline, CNN, Tesla profits plunge Headline, Washington Post, Tesla earnings plunge. Headline, New York Times, Tesla's 71% drop in profit. Headline, USA Today, Tesla profits fall 71%. Headline, Wall Street Journal, Tesla profit sinks. Headline, Reuters, Tesla sales skid. The first quarter of last year, Tesla made $1.4 billion. The first quarter of this year, we learned today, you can drop the billion off of that. They went from $1.4 billion in the first quarter of last year to $0.4 billion this quarter.
Elon's not backing down, he's doubling down. He already built the government efficiency playbook. Now he's returning to Tesla like a boss. And the Democrats, they're celebrating like they forced him into exile. But nope, not at all. He's still on speed dial. In this next video, Trump takes aim at the Fed.
Yeah, please.
You have no intention of firing Jerome Powell because your economic advisor Kevin Hassett a few days ago said that you and people in the White House were studying this idea of possibly doing before his term ends. No. Do you have any plans on doing that?
None whatsoever. Never did. The press runs away with things. No, I have no intention of firing him. I would like to see him be a little more active in terms of his idea to lower interest rates. This is a perfect time to lower interest rates. If he doesn't, is it the end? No, it's not. But it would be good timing. It could have taken place earlier. But no, I have no intention to fire him.
Trump isn't firing Jerome Powell, but he is firing a warning shot. The Fed sat on its hands while inflation lit up the middle class. But now that it's election season, they're suddenly cautious. I wonder why. In this next clip, the media and Trump destabilizing the markets.
Even the way in which he's speaking about Jerome Powell is itself injecting a fair amount of uncertainty into the global economy. Just think about it. Global markets are stabilized based on the idea that the Fed is independent. Even when President Trump says, look, I have no intention of firing Jerome Powell, but I think he sucks and he's terrible and he's been doing a horrible job and he's too slow. Even that is the sort of uncertainty that Chuck was talking about. It's just he's playing to the news cycle, and ultimately no one is comforted by the fact, I think, that he has said that he's not in fact firing.
Oh, now they care about global stability. They were dead silent when Biden begged Powell for those cuts in 2022. But Trump says, do your job, and now it's a crisis. Man, spare me. In this next clip, a bit of historical context on how LBJ and Nixon did it too.
I think we forget history. Let's go back to LBJ. LBJ actually flew the Fed chief down to Texas to his ranch and berated him because he was pissed off about some of his decisions.
And then what?
Let's remember.
And then what?
No.
And then what happened?
I want to make my point.
Finish your point.
Then
what
George
happened?
H.W. Bush.
But
even
Michael, I'm going to pause you there.
Lost the election and the
what
economy.
happened?
So my point is, it's not oh my God. The point that I'm trying to make.
Michael. Tell me what happened.
History matters here, and sometimes
it does.
Michael, they want him to be a figurehead. They don't want him to be the president.
Can I finish my freaking statement before we just interject? I haven't concluded my thought process.
Here.
So the point is,
sure, Michael,
there have been previous presidents that have had similar thought processes to the Fed as Trump. That's a simple position I'm trying to make here.
Your half-finished history lesson.
Well,
what did the Fed do after LBJ brought him down
didn't
to
listen
his ranch?
To LBJ or George W. Bush.
So what is your point?
The point is, previous presidents have been of the mindset similar to Trump that I don't like the decision of the Fed chair. I would like the chair to change their particular opinion.
This is textbook, y'all. Presidents have always leaned on the Fed. But when Trump does it, it's authoritarian. Let's be real. It's not the action. It's who's taking it. In this next excerpt, Trump's $5,000 baby bonus breaks the left.
Mr. President, there are reports that you're considering doing something for moms across the country, giving them some type of bonus whenever they have a child. Are you considering that? Or
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Trump kicks the bucket around about $5,000 bonuses for new moms, and instantly the left throws a fit. No discussion, no debate, just full-blown meltdown. In this next feed, the media says Trump's suggestion about the bonuses for white babies.
Do we like this or do we not like this?
Well, I don't like it.
You don't like it? And Rena, do you like it or not?
It's kind of racism in disguise.
Well, hold on.
If you wanted
hold on, Art. Art, I'm going to come to you about it. But Rena, where are you on it? Yes or no?
I'm a yes. I like it. On its face, I know it sounds offensive, but I think the intent is good.
Okay, so Art, why don't you think the intent is good? There's no white in there. There's no Christian in there. That doesn't even say you got to be a citizen. I'm sure it would be added in a Trump administration. But why don't you like it?
I don't like it because if you really were interested in babies, there are plenty of immigrants here whose kids are being deported. If you were interested in babies, there are plenty of people who would come here and become citizens and bring their babies. Way behind in the background, as you've said already, Chris, is the idea that we want more white Christian babies. That's what Elon Musk and many of his followers are all about. That's what Stephen Miller, the policy advisor, is all about. So what we have here is a little bit of eugenics. We want the right kind of babies. That's what we want to reinforce.
They're saying that the U.S. birth rate is declining. However, in 2024, there was a 1% increase in U.S. births. But that increase was with Hispanic mothers and Asian mothers. So they don't seem to be concerned about that increase. They seem to be more concerned about a decrease in other populations.
You want to help families, and now that's racist? My gosh. Okay, you're not mad because it's unfair. You're mad because it might work. Why must everything be about color with these people? They know it's not about color. This is about survival, and they know it, and they're too bitter to admit it. This next clip gives us a birth rate reality check.
First, let's just start with the premise here, which does come from a reality of a drop in the birth rate.
Absolutely.
Which how dramatic is that?
I mean, it's pretty gosh darn dramatic. I mean, compare the peak after World War II back in 1957, where the average woman is having over 3 babies, right? And then it dropped down already 1990 to just 2.1, and now we're at 1.6 as recently as 2023. That is below the rate folks want. You want it to be at least 2 in order to replenish the population, and that is a dramatic drop of over 2 kids from just 1957 to 2020.
We're not having enough kids to keep our country going, and Trump's trying to fix it. The left, they don't want a solution. They want talking points, and to keep illegal immigrants here in the U.S. who are human traffickers and murderers. In this next piece, Mike Johnson fires back.
Joining me now is House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, have you been discovered? Has Sunny Hostin discovered that the real motivation here, should you pass a baby bump tax incentive, is not to combat what looks like a very scary future of not just the U.S., but actually many countries across Western civilization, to reverse declining birthing rates, but actually what you're out there doing is trying to bring in new white babies?
Absolutely absurd. The View is an absurd program. Yours, on the other hand, Will, is fantastic. You're doing a great show, and I'm so honored to be with you. Look, we are the Republican Party. We're the pro-family party. We always have been. We take great pride in that. We're working every day to rebuild a culture of life in America. We want to advance policies that help families and make it easier to raise a child in America. We support all children. We love all life. That's what we've always been about. It's actually in our platform. And the Democratic Party stands for the opposite. You know, those views illustrate that.
There it is, plain and simple. Did you get that one, people? No white babies, no red babies, just American babies. And that's too much truth for MSNBC to handle. In this next feed, media hypocrisy exposed.
But he's in fact doing what Joe Biden did with Jerome Powell in March of last year when he tried to coax a rate cut out of him. It's just the difference between Bobby Knight throwing a chair across the court and Jim Boeheim saying, golly gee, Mr. Ref.
By the way, they're both bad ideas.
No, they're all bad
Messing with the Fed is a bad idea.
Same pressure, very different reaction. Biden nudges Powell, and he's a thoughtful leader. When Trump calls him out, it's fascism, and the double standard isn't obvious, it's insulting. The bottom line here is, people, Elon's back at Tesla, but still on call in D.C. The feds are on notice, and working moms, Trump wants to handle them a little piece of change. $5,000 for each kid, because raising kids is expensive, and it's vital for our country's survival. They call it racist, and they call it chaos, but what they really mean is they're not in control. And that's the most dangerous thing they can imagine. If you're tired of fake outrage, double standards, and the media gaslighting, you're in the right place, people. Like this video, subscribe, and tap on that notifications bell so you won't miss what's coming next. Thank you. God bless.
Listen.